Because relationship building is like we were talking, it's not easy. It takes time, it takes love, it takes commitment, it takes trust, and it definitely takes some patience. And in order for us to perfectly make and be disciples, which is part of this race we're running, we're going to have to get out of ourselves, folks.
That's right.
We're going to have to get out of and step out of our sinful shoes and relate personally to the people we're in contact with.
Right.
And we have to be able to relate to these people, man.
Right.
We can't put our noses up on them.
That's true.
We can't be holier than thou to them. We have to be like Jesus did. I want to know if Jesus decided only, we were talking about this in, I want to touch on this a little bit. We were talking about this in Bible class. If Jesus only made 2 friends on earth, where would we be?
Huh. Good question.
If Jesus only thought about Renato and TJ, where does that leave the rest of us?
Huh. Good question.
It's an interesting thought to thinking about how maybe Derrick could have an effect on Marcellus. Maybe his positivity and his friendliness can help Marcellus in his race to God.
Right.
And this goes for, this is elementary, fundamental principles in order for us to run the race. And what I'm trying to get to you to understand is in order for us to run the race efficiently,
Right.
we have to have relationships.
Right.
And build relationships.
That's right.
And not think about just my family.
Right.
And my daughter.
Right.
And my couple friends over here.
Right.
It's something that we all have to really analyze and think. Patience. Patience. Now, enduring. No one likes to suffer. Right? No one likes a whooping. No one likes chastisement.
Right.
But the scary thing about it is, or the tough thing that we have to come to grips is, that we're going to suffer as Christians.
Right.
Spiritually, physically, mentally. But it's how we react.
That's true.
Afterwards.
Good word.
It's how we may fall down. We may trip and stumble on my knees. But you got a choice if you want to get up and keep going, right?
Amen.
That's when endurance comes. That's when
Good word.
you can look to this spirit, this being, our God, and have him and Jesus pick you up by your bootstraps and get you to where you need to go. But there has to be a mentality in us,
Right.
a mentality of love. That is going to take work. A lot of work.
It's true.
A lot of work. A lot of conditioning.
It's true.
To my football players or to my sports players or anyone who watches sports. Do you think that there was no struggle into being a professional athlete? Do you think it didn't take some work? We ain't even made it to the league, Jay Hurd. How many weights and how many bullets of sweat have we went through and we ain't even in the league, right? And that's the thing we got to understand with our walk with Christ. It's going to take conditioning. It's going to take work. It's going to take some endurance.
Right.
But I guarantee it's kind of like running. It's kind of like running. And I know a lot of our brothers and sisters haven't ran in a while. I'm just playing. But we start right here, right?
Uh-huh.
We run a little bit. Run around. All right, here. I need a track. This is a track. All right. 4 laps. is a mile, right?
Right.
Well, some of us may know that, some of us may not. They get to 2 and stop, but it's all right. Four laps is a mile. I promise you, I don't care how good a shape you're in, that first lap is always the hardest.
Yes.
And then that second lap, you're getting close to pass out if you're not in good shape.
Right.
And then say you might keep on going on that third lap, and you get like a fourth. All right, look, maybe all right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna give a break. All right, I'm tired. I'm gonna walk a little bit. But as you go, as you keep on trying to attempt this mile, the more times you get, you'll find, oh, that first lap wasn't too bad. Right. Oh, this second lap, all right, that hurt me a little bit. I'm tired. That third lap, oh, I got through the third lap. Okay, that's what's up. And then the fourth lap, eventually, you'll be able to run the mile.
Right.
But it's not going to happen right off the bat.
Right.
You're not going to be able to hit that mile the first time you run it in 10 years. It's not going to work.
Right.
And some of us, we'll be running this race, and then somehow, it always happens, we'll end up hitting this detour, wait about 5 years for disaster to happen in our lives, and then somehow we'll get back to this point to, all right, yeah, I need to start running the race again. Right. And then when we start running the race again, we find out, oh my God, it's tiring. This is tough. Right? And then that's when the devil is going to hit you again with this detour. But, church, I say unto you,
come on.
if we just persevere, if we just have a little bit of patience,
Right. Good word.
and really look towards our goal, and understand the gravity and importance of staying in this race.
Yes.
It's something we really have to understand. We can't, every time we hit this detour, we're just starting all over again. And we're going to start the race, and then somehow something's not going to go right, and we're going to hit right back into the detour and come out. I don't know about you, church, but I got tired of doing that.
Right.
I got tired of running into obstacles and blocks caused by my own ignorance. Right? When are we going to stop that, church? Huh? You got to look in your own heart and analyze your race with God and see what it's going to take for you to persevere. I know for me, after you get your butt whipped so many times, chastised so many times, you're going to learn you don't want no more whoopings. I hope. No. It may take some longer than others to realize it, but eventually your butt's going to be worn out. And you're going to be like, I am tired of getting my butt whooped. Right? And when that happens, when you reach that state in your life, hopefully it's sooner than later.
Amen.
Hopefully it's not before you pass. Right. Let me tell you something. I got a quick story. Someone I grew up with, so close, I get emotional up here just talking about it. I considered him almost to be like a brother.
Amen.
We talked. Now I know my friend, or this brother of mine, he was out there though. But he knew he'd act like a total fool in front of everyone else, acting like he's the biggest thug in America. But when it's just me and him, he's talking about God and how to get closer to Him and what it takes to be and go to heaven. Right? That's what we need, right? But I told my brother, because he's seen a difference in me. He said, D, what's going on? Bro, you don't do what you used to do, bro. You're not rocking with me like you used to rock, bro. What's up with that? I said, bro, God has got these blinders off me, and I can see clearly. I could see through all the nonsense that was causing in my life. He was like, man, so how'd you get them blinders off, D? How can you see now but you couldn't see before? And I told him it took me getting my butt whooped so many times that I was just tired of it. I'm done with it. I'm tired of getting my butt whooped. I'm tired of starting over and starting the race over 10 times. I'm tired of it. I see evil, I see good, and I'm going to choose to do good, man. Straight up. I was like, man, so this is what really scared me about my brother. He said, I'll never forget. He said, bro, I don't know if I could stop doing evil. I don't know if I can stop doing the wrong things in my life. He said, and I was like, man, I didn't know what to say. My brother passed away 3 months later. Shot. Killed. Point blank range. And it's just, I mean, it hurt me so bad to where I didn't know how to express it. I didn't know how to control my emotions because of how the state he was in before he left. Amen. It scared me to death. Amen. Understanding that you know what's right and you know what good to do, but you do something otherwise because you think you're going to have time to start the race over again and keep going. Amen. My brother doesn't have any more time. And it kills me to know that. And it hurts my heart to see that. In other Christians who know what's right and know what to do, but they choose to do other. It hurts my heart because what if tomorrow's not promised? My brother is an example of that. My brother, now to say that he was just a bad person, I don't know. To some, yeah. To me, no. But regardless, he made a choice to do wrong instead of right. And what I'm telling you, church, is don't think that you're going to have all the time in the world to change what you need to do. It hurts me. Man, I'm getting emotional.
It's all right. It's all right.
My brother won't have another chance, man. Period. But you do. You have a chance today and tomorrow to live for Christ and to run this race efficiently. Amen. Don't let today be your last day. Amen. Don't let your wants and your desires confuse you to what's important in this life. Amen. Do not let it distract you. I promise you it's so easy. So easy to just say, forget this. I'm going to go do this. It's so easy to say, I'm going to do wrong. Everyone's doing it. But does that make it right? Yeah. We know what's right, church. Don't be like my brother. Please don't. I can't take that no more. I built too many good relationships with too many good people. To see any more choose death. And that's what sin causes. It causes death, church. Right. We can't do it. Amen. We can't do it. Amen. Let's get back to the text. Hebrews 12. Hebrews 12. I want us to look at verse 2. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. For consider him that endured such contradictions of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Every time you feel like you can't do it.
Right.
Every time you feel like you can't make a choice to do good instead of evil, you look and think about what Jesus did for you.
Amen. Good word.
You think as Jesus was getting whipped and flogged and spit on by people he helped create, you think honest his flesh wanted him to do that?
Right.
But he endured.
Amen.
Which is so key. He endured. It's what? It's patience. All the suffering. All the pain. All his... We got it too good, church. We got all these cars and all the money in the world, like Jay heard. We're spoiled, church. We think we have it rough, but I promise you, Jesus and his apostles, they had it rough.
Yes.
They were tortured. They were hung up. Jesus, of course, was hung on the cross. It says Peter's supposed to be supposedly, he was hung upside down on the cross. But their faith and their vision and their patience and their endurance allowed them to finish the race.
Yes, yes.
And it's tough, and it's not an easy thing to put what you want aside for what God wants.
Right.
And it's a tough thing, and it's a hard thing. But do you think Jesus would have came down here if he didn't think we could do it?
Right, right. Good point.
I know we can do it, church. I know we can finish this race.
Amen.
But we're going to need all of us to have relationships to where we can lean on each other.
Amen. Right.
When I'm hurting, I should be able to come to my brother and let him know I'm hurting. I need your help, bro. I'm not talking about money, guys. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about just, brother, I just need to talk to you, man. I'm having some things happen in my life to where I feel like I can't go on no more. Has it ever got that real, church?
Yes.
I feel like I can't even get out of bed in the morning. Stressing so much about just life and death and struggles that I'm seeing. How can I get up? Nado? We got to have relationships to where we can come to each other like that. Because the church it's a medicine place, man. This is where people can get healed. This is where people can make relationships that last a lifetime.
That's right.
And afterlife too.
That's right. Amen.
That's the purpose. That's the goal.
Amen.
It's tough though. Like I said, it's going to take some endurance, church.
Amen.
It's going to take some faith, church.
Amen.
Do not let what happened to my brother happen to you.
All right.
Do not be that selfish. Because when you make that decision, it doesn't just affect you. It affects the ones that love you in your church family too. We need you. Every one of you. We need you. Personally, I don't know about Sister Johnson. She needs you, but I know I do. Nah, I'm just playing.
I need you.
I'm just playing. But in closing, there may be some out there that didn't even know that they were supposed to be a part of a race. But some of us that didn't understand what it took to actually be with God. But that's all right, because you still have a chance.
That's right. Amen.
But don't let tomorrow, because tomorrow, don't try to make that decision tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised.
That's right.
That's what my brother tried to do. He tried to wait it out. But look, he's going to be waiting somewhere for a long, long time. And it ain't pretty, and it hurts my heart to say it, but I know it to be truth.
Right.
Because of his decision she made.
Yes.
Don't let tomorrow come and you not be ready. Today is your day. You've heard the word. All you have to do is believe in it.
Yes.
Repent. Understand that you don't want to keep doing wrong. You're tired of it. It hurts you, whether you know it or not. You'll see the sin hurting you in your life. But it doesn't have to be like that no more.
Amen.
You can confess Jesus' name and that he's the Son of God today. Not tomorrow. Today.
Amen.
So if anyone needs Jesus in their life today, come right now as we stand and sing a song we're going to